Okay, so as you may know by now, plant-based diets have skyrocketed in popularity over the past decade. Not only are local grocery stores lined with choices like cashew-based ice cream, vegan pizza, and meatless meat, but even fast food chains have incorporated plant-based options for their steadily growing customer base. For those wanting to cut down on animal products, some meatless, dairy-free options could be a tremendous step in the right direction. That being said, it's important to pay close attention to how any diet, including a plant-based diet, is impacting your overall metabolic health. All right, so my name is Austin, and while I might not be vegan or vegetarian, I'm no stranger to the variety of options from these sectors of cuisine. Plant-based diets focus on foods from, you guessed it, plants. This means that eggs, milk, cheese, and meat are typically left off the menu. It's easy to assume that plant-based eaters must be super healthy and have a great grasp on their metabolism. I know I used to make that assumption. But this lifestyle isn't necessarily a cheat code to optimal health. In fact, many meals that tout the plant-based label are still high in refined sugars, ultra-processed grains, refined vegetable oils, and other additives. The truth is, some people fear that plant-based diets will actually worsen metabolic function because low-carb protein sources like meat and cheese may be replaced by higher carbohydrate grains, starchy vegetables, and higher glycemic fruits. Of course, everyone responds differently to carbs, so foods that cause a huge glucose spike for me may have very little impact on you, and vice versa. It's impossible to know how certain foods affect your glucose levels unless you test. To identify what works, it may help to create a comprehensive diet plan and combine food and lifestyle activities that promote stable blood sugar. Here are 4 quick guidelines to help optimize your glucose levels while on a plant-based diet. The first, test out smaller serving sizes. Huge serving sizes of any high-carb food are likely to spike your glucose levels more than a standard or smaller serving size, regardless of whether those carbs are coming from something plant-based or not. So start small, and depending on the result, you can make adjustments that might lead to better post-meal responses. The second, cut out refined grains and sugars. Interestingly enough, but not surprising, studies have found a linear increase in glucose and insulin elevation as grains become more processed. People have reported that grain-rich diets tend to spike their glucose significantly. So, to test the impact of some foods like oats, quinoa, or rice, see how your body responds to maybe 50 grams of each individual grain and monitor your response in the minutes following the meal. The third, test out starchy vegetables. Similar to the last tip, certain vegetables are more prone to spiking your glucose, especially potatoes, yams, and squash. Try them out and monitor your glucose levels to see how your body responds. If you notice that these foods are causing a spike, but you'd like to continue eating them, research shows that cooling and reheating starchy vegetables can minimize their glycemic impact by increasing resistant starch concentration. And finally, the fourth, bolster your fruit with fat and protein. While whole fruit generally comes with fiber and loads of beneficial micronutrients, adding fat and protein to your favorite sweet fruit can minimize the glucose spike it may otherwise trigger. Actually, in one study, consumption of 23 grams of protein and 17 grams of fat 25 to 30 minutes before carbohydrate ingestion significantly decreased post-meal glucose elevation in non-diabetic individuals and those without insulin resistance. If you don't have any almond butter or tahini to drizzle on top of a delicious mango, you may find that eating fruits like strawberries, peaches, or blackberries might result in a more stable blood sugar response than eating a mango all by itself. All right, so there you have it. If you found this content helpful, we'd love for you to like this video and definitely subscribe to our channel for more information about how food impacts your health. Although how your glucose responds to food is pretty objective, it's important to keep in mind that being conscious of your glucose levels shouldn't be viewed as a limitation in your dieting. Whether you're a plant-based guru or just starting out, paying attention to your glucose levels as you test your food can help you build up your metabolic awareness and structure your eating habits in a way that continues to support your overall metabolic health. Thanks for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you around.